Hi there, everybody. I hope you're doing very well and having a beautiful and happy and spooky October. Today's album is going to be something I think a lot of you are going to like. This is Stranger Things, and this is a Netflix original series. So if you've never seen this show and you like the 80s and you like spooky things, I think this would be right up your alley. So you can definitely check this out on Netflix, or you can go to the store and buy it on disc. So I actually have something extra to show you guys today. Not just the album, but a extra little thing, which I'll get to that in just a minute. First, let's take a look at the cover of this album and appreciate the cool, spooky atmosphere. Starting off with the sky, you can see the clouds up here, and it almost looks like a fiery storm is happening. It's got this blood orange-ish, blood red all the top. And then down here too, the sunset looks like a fiery yellow and orange and red. And the very dark clouds covering it up with lightning streaks throughout. You can see. Then down here at the very bottom corner of the sky, you can see it's very blue, like a very beautiful electric royal blue. And you can see the lightning striking right there. Now, there's a sign right here, and it says, "Welcome to Hawkins." Welcome to Hawkins. A beautiful road with 4 kids on their bicycles. And let's go ahead and trace the letters. So we have a S, T, R, A, N, G, E, R, stranger, T, H, I, N, G, S, things, Stranger Things. Music from the Netflix original series, Netflix. So, that is so cool. Now, this opens up as a gatefold, and there's all kinds of stuff for us to go over and read in that. So we will get to that in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the back. I think this is so neat. There's a spooky pumpkin patch with fog and gloomy looking colors throughout it. You can see the night sky with the moon just behind the trees. I think it's so cool how you can kind of almost feel how it would feel there just by looking at the trees. And that's for like any picture in the world. If the trees are all naked and stimmy like this, you know it's cold. It's a cold October night. All the leaves are pretty much all fallen off of the trees, and it's just so beautiful. So there are 4 sides to this album. There is side A, side B, side C, and side D. And let's see this little thing right here. I'm going to read that first. It says, "Dialogue taken from the Netflix original series, Stranger Things. Courtesy of Netflix. Executive soundtrack producers, the Duffer Brothers and Sean Levy. Soundtrack album producer was Nora Felder." So, the year on this album is 2017. So, a couple years old right now. And I'm going to go ahead and read the songs off to you, and then I'm going to show you the little extra. Well, actually, you can kind of see it right here behind me, so I'll just go ahead and show you. I have this box set, and it's made to look like a VHS tape. Like, it's very thick, like those. So much detail went into this. I love how it looks old and rustic. Even the top corners has that faded, rippled effect on it. And this, it has like a little sticker, but it's supposed to be on there. That I tried to get it off a couple times, like when I didn't know it was supposed to be on there, and that's just so cool. So there are a few characters from the show. I won't give too much away. That way, if you haven't seen the show, you can go into it completely surprised and learn about it yourself. So today I'm pretty much just going to be talking about the awesome music that's in this show. So there are 3 kids on their bikes, and then there's this girl right here. Okay, and then this is what the side looks like. And the back, it says Stranger Things, a Netflix original series. A love letter to the 80s classic that captivated a generation. Stranger Things is set in 1983 Indiana, where a young boy vanishes into thin air. As friends, family, and local police search for answers, they are drawn into an extraordinary mystery involving top-secret government experiments, terrifying supernatural forces, and one very strange little girl, which is this little girl. And Winona Ryder, it plays one of the boys' moms in this show, and this is a little picture of her. And I don't know why, but the way she's posed in this picture, and just like the way her facial expression is, reminds me of Wendy on The Shining, the one with Jack Nicholson. So I don't know, something about her pose and like maybe the way like she's scared. It reminds me of that, and I love this picture. It's so cool. It's really neat. It's probably due to the lights as well. The little cute string lights that are hanging up. I like those. I mean, come on, they're cute. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at this. Okay, I'm going to show you. Look at that. The box is made to look like an actual VHS tape. Had it upside down there for a second. So, it looks very cool. And it says, Stranger Things Season 1, Please Be Kind, Rewind. This little circle, that's what that says. And I actually collect VHS tapes, mainly old cartoons and stuff. I have some movies, though, on VHS, and the reason for that is there's a lot of things, like old cartoons, that you can only find on, VHS tapes, and they never made it to DVD, really, at least as far as I know. So, I love this. I love it. And it opens up here with a little magnetic opening. Okay, it opens up like that. And it says, Friends don't lie. Friends don't lie, on a little sticky note. And it's really cool. This is like a little pocket, like a folder pocket right here. And a little booklet's in there. So it says limited edition poster. So I bet that's what this is. Let's check it out. Let me make sure I got it the right way. Okay. So, very cool. A little Netflix word right down here in the corner. So, we'll fold that right back up and put it in there. That way it can stay nice and neat. Okay, so in this box you have disc 1 and disc 2, and let's see, it actually comes out like this, and you have the other discs behind that, but I'm gonna leave those be, that way I don't accidentally drop them and, you know, ruin them or anything. I like to be very careful with my DVDs and stuff. That way they can stay as nice as possible for as long as possible. I think it makes a nice sound. So let's do some tapping. I know that a lot of you have been requesting more tapping dedication lately. So I shall do that for you. And then we'll get on to the songs. I like how different parts of the box makes different types of tapping sounds. The magnetic strip, which is right here. And then the box makes a different sound. And then the sides, more like little raindrops, little sprinkles, little sprinkling rain. And then kind of, you know, like when the rain's slowing down, but you can still hear it. Like, that's what that reminds me of. Little tapping, slow. So yeah, this is the complete season 1. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back into the box. Now I will say, before I watched this, before I knew what it was, even like when it first came out and I saw this, I don't know why, but this reminded me of like a Star Wars cover, like part 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way she is standing, like with her face kind of tilted down, kind of reminded me of Anakin. I don't know why, but, and like maybe the colors of the sky or something. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. That's what kind of drew me into it. Like, what is that? What is this show? So I'm gonna get back to the album now. We have gotten sidetracked one more time again. So, back to the back. I'm going to start with side A, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs on side A. Okay, so the intro, Will singing The Clash, and then in parentheses it says dialogue. Okay, the second song is Every Breath You Take by The Police. I love that song. That song used to play on the bus in high school a lot. My bus driver would play old music, oldish music, and that's one that she would play a lot, so that must have been one of her favorite songs. Let's see, number 3, Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. clash. The clash, the clash, the clash. Coffee and contemplation, and then in parentheses it says dialogue. And that was song number 4. Ooh, song number 5. This is one of my favorites. It says Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles. The Bangles are one of my favorite girl bands ever. They inspired me when I was in like 4th and 5th grade on up to get into like writing songs more, and me and my best friend at the time, we made a band and we wrote songs together and stuff, and our main inspiration was the Bangles. So yeah, I love them. Hazy Shade of Winter is really good. You should check it out if you haven't. Let's see. Song number 6 is Nocturnal Me, Echo and the Bunnymen. Number 7 is Bring Him Home, and in parentheses, dialogue. Okay, and the last song on side A, which is song 8, is Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart. So my favorite song on that side would be Hazy Shade of Winter, and then Every Breath That You Take. So, okay, moving on to side B. Let's see what we got. We have 8 songs as well. Ooh, I see some really good ones. Girls on Film by Duran Duran. Duran Duran is awesome. I love them. They have some really good songs. Okay, number 2, Just Because People Tell You, ... and dialogue in parentheses. Let's see the next one. Atmosphere by Joy Division. Joy Division. Number 4 is Maybe I'm Crazy, ... and in parentheses it says dialogue. Number 5, Twist of Fate, Olivia Newton-John. Which, if you don't know, she is the one that played Sandy on Grease. So, and let's see. Number 6 is called Says Logic, and in parentheses, dialogue. 7, The Ghost in You by the Psychedelic Furs. I hope I pronounced that right. Furs. I'm not too familiar with them, but I like the song title. So I know I've heard it before, but it's not coming to mind, like the tune of the song. So, and number 8 is probably my favorite song on this side, and it's Africa by Toto. Who doesn't like that song? I mean, come on, it jams. Let's see, side C has 6 songs. Number 1 is Don't Mess Around with Jim by Jim Croce. Let's see, 2, Accident or Not, and in parentheses, dialogue. 3, Whip It by Devo. 4, Runaway by Bon Jovi. Next one is number 5, and it's Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, which I love that song. Number 6 is Talking in Your Sleep by The Romantics. The Romantics. So, if I had to pick a favorite from that one, it'd probably be Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Okay, now we have one more side to talk about, and that is side D, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs on side D. So we have Mouthbreaker, and in parentheses, dialogue. The second song is Back to Nature by Fad Gadget. Fad Gadget, Fad Gadget. 3, She's Our Friend and She's Crazy, and in parentheses, dialogue. 4, Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions, which that's one of my favorites on this side. Reading all of the ones so far, I would say that's my favorite. 5 is Heroes by Peter Gabriel. 6, Friends Don't Lie, and dialogue in parentheses. Elegia by The New Order. By New Order, not The New Order, sorry. and 8 is outro, Will Singing the Clash dialogue. So, that is all the songs, and that completes this album. So, let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at the sleeves first, and then I'm going to show you guys the gatefold. So this little poster came in one of the sleeve holders, and it says Stranger Things 2. That is so cool. I'm probably gonna hang that up somewhere, frame it and hang it up. That'd be really neat. I love it, and it's the scenery of the pumpkin patch. So cool. The sleeves are plain, there's no artwork on those, but the gatefold art makes up for that, I think. Now the middle is really cool. It just says Stranger Things, and it lists the songs that are on each side. So, in there without damaging the poster. Okay. Then the other one doesn't come with any poster or anything, it's just a plain sleeve. So let's move right on into the gatefold. So right away you can see a ton of pictures. Here, I'll hold it up a little bit better. Hold it like that. So, tons of pictures. Let's see. I'm gonna scoot over, that way I can trace along them. And there's that picture that they show on the back of the box set. So very cool. Definitely an awesome soundtrack to have if you collect vinyls. And if you're into horror or spooky things, if you're into Stranger Things, definitely a really cool selection of music that's included on there. And then on the other side, it goes into all the songs that are on this album, and it kind of tells like what year they were put out. So a lot of 80s music and a lot of 70s music. So let's go ahead and read that. I'm not going to read any facts to you guys today about the show, just because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything. I think I said some spoilers in the Eddie and the Cruisers album video that I made, so I definitely don't want to do that again. But I will read more about the music. So, Every Breath You Take by The Police, that's from 1983. Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash, that was 1982. Hazy Shade of Winter by The Bangles was 87. Nocturnal Me by Echo and the Bunnymen was 1984. Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart was 1984. And that's all the side A. And there's not a year under the dialogue songs, of course. So let's see. Side B, Girls on Film by Duran Duran was from 81. Atmosphere, Joy Division was in 81 as well. Twist of Fate by Olivia Newton-John was 83. The Ghost in You by the Psychedelic Furs was 1984. Africa by Toto was 1982. And that's all the songs on side B. Let's see. So side C, You Don't Mess Around with Jim Croce. That's a really good song, by the way. That was from 1972. And 3, Whip It by Devo. It's 1980. Runaway by Bon Jovi was 1984. Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper is 83. Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics was 83. That's all of side C. Side D, we have Back to Nature by Fad Gadget. That was 79. Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. That, it says 2011. But that was, let's see, it's probably a remake of the one I'm thinking of. Heroes by Peter Gabriel, 2010. Elegia by the New Order, 1985. So the oldest song on this would be the You Don't Mess Around with Jim by Jim Croce, and that was 1972. So, pretty cool. That is a solid soundtrack of music right there. I love soundtrack albums just because you get a variety of all kinds of different music from all kinds of different years most of the time, especially when it's something like this. So that is all for today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I'll be back soon with more album episodes. I hope you all are doing well and taking care of yourself. I'll talk to you all soon.